Hello there, my friends, and know that it is so good to see you this morning or whenever we visit. I'm just glad that we visit. I hope that you are having a blessed week. I hope that you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend and look forward to a good weekend ahead. I also pray that these little meditations will be something you can carry around and keep and dig out of your pocket. I had a friend one time that said a sermon should have at least one point that's like a little pocket, a rock that gets twirled around in their hands. You know how we do with things in our pockets? And we keep being reminded of it as we play with it, you might say. Well, that's what we try to do here. We do that by using stories, and stories are the way people remember things. That's the way we're built. So I hope that this will be something that you can remember and fiddle around with in your pocket for a while. It's a story of two people, friends, and they were taking a walk together one sunny morning. One was a rabbi, and one was a soap maker. And the soap maker was not in a good mood. He must have gotten up on the wrong side of bed. But he started complaining as soon as they both started out on their walk. And he wanted to talk about religion. He said, "What good is religion?" An observation made to the rabbi. What good is religion? Just look around you. What do you see? Trouble, misery, wars. Even after all these years and years of preaching and teaching about goodness, truth, peace, what good is religion? With all its prayers and all its sermons, if all this evil still exists in the world? Now that's an interesting question, I think, and it is a question that not a single one of us has not pondered over. And perhaps it's a question that has hindered us from a life of faith for some years. So let's go on. The rabbi kept quiet as they continued their walk, but he decided to play devil's advocate. They noticed a child playing in a little wet spot in the muddy road, and the child was just filthy with dirt, mud. And the rabbi said to the soap maker, Look at this child. Now you say that soap makes people clean, but what good is it? With all the soap in the world, this child is still dirty. So what good is soap after all? Well, the soap maker immediately answered him, "But Rabbi, soap can't do its job if it isn't used." And the rabbi said, "The same is true for religion." Now, I'll tell you the truth, I am not really all that interested in religion. I could tell you a lot about world religions or even denominations in this country, but I'm not really all that interested in religion. What I'm interested in is the heart of Christianity and the heart of the biblical message, that God is looking for a people whose heart belongs to Him and they seek Him out. It's all about relationship. But very often when we say religion, that's what we're thinking about, even though we may not put it in quite that form. Well, that, my friends, is an old question. It goes all the way back to the first century with the writings of the Apostle James. And in the first chapter of the letter of James, the 27th verse, many of you will know it, he says this: "Religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this: to care for orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself unstained from the world." That is the mission statement of the church. But now we have to be careful that we don't consider good deeds to be the way into heaven. Because if we think that way, we think we can work our way. And that is absolutely not a truth. No, we find salvation because we believe that God gives it, that God forgives us, and we live our lives following Jesus. So it has nothing to do with us. Using religion in this sense means just promoting that relationship with God and living every moment of our lives within it. I hope you have a blessed weekend. Please, if you can't be here, join us, same channel at 10:45 Sunday morning, where we live stream the worship service. And I think you'll also find that a real blessing to you. Take care. And again, God bless.